Hey everyone, so I'm out here on this beautiful fall morning planting some plant transplants. All a transplant is any plant that's already growing that's in one container that you're going to move to another container or your garden bed. Today I have purple kohlrabi that I got, and one of my plants in this particular bed, I already had some of these little dwarf cauliflower plants, got dug up probably by a squirrel or something. So I had some extra plants, so I'm just going to replace it with one of these guys. So when you're picking your transplants at the garden center, there's a few things that you want to check. The first thing is that all of the foliage and leaves look healthy. Naturally, you'll have some dieback of the older leaves, that's fine. But you want to look for any symptoms of disease, anything that got damaged, so tearing or ripping, and make sure that in general, the leaf structure or the shoot structure of your plant looks very healthy. The next thing you want to check is to gently lift these guys out of their little container, being careful not to stress out the top of the plant, and check on the root system. So as you can see here, this guy has a nice, long, healthy looking root system attached. If you look a little bit closer, you can see some nice kind of light brown, whitish roots coming out. This guy has excellent growth. This is going to be a good transplant. If you pick a transplant that doesn't have a good root structure, it looks like it's really shallow, or if it's so root bound that it looks like it's been a big knot in there, go to another one. You want to be sure that your root system is going to be healthy. We usually just judge the plant by how it looks on the top. The root system is going to be just as much, if not significantly more important once you get them in your garden, because that's what's going to be sustaining your plant. So you take your plant home, gently take it out of its container. If the roots are bound along the bottom like this one was, just gently pull them out. And if they are a little root bound, just kind of tug at them a little bit. You don't want to tear the whole structure up, but what we're doing is preventing them from just going in a circle and wrapping around themselves. That'll prevent your plant's roots from spreading out once you get them in the garden. The more your roots go down and out, the more access to nutrients your plants are going to have. So now we're going to dig down into our garden. We're going to remove some of the mulch here that I have, the straw. Make sure your plant spacing is correct. This is going to be a little bit of a tight fit, honestly, but that's okay. If this plant gets stunted a little bit in its growth, I'm okay with that. But you want to definitely pay attention to your plant labels and the spacing on there. It's going to be really important because these roots are going to be able to tell where the other plant roots are, and it's not going to thrive as much if you don't have it in the correct spacing. So after you ensure your location, you can mark it off with your hand, mark it off with a shovel, and then dig down. Make your hole, kind of lift out, move your soil away. Your hole needs to be about as deep so it's level with the top of your plant. If it's sticking above like that, then your roots are going to be exposed to the air. Your plant's not going to like it. It's going to have to work harder to root down, and you can stunt, damage, or even kill your plant. If you bury it up to here where the shoot is underground, you have a good chance that it's just going to get a bacterial infection because that soil is not supposed to be up in your shoot system, and your plant will die. So try to make it about level with the top, and then just fill your soil in around it. So kind of mound it up, press down gently, make sure it's secure in its spot there. So now we have this little guy planted. I'll put my mulch back around, and we need to supplement mulch, especially since it's the cold season right now around my plant. And then your transplant is ready. You want to be sure to give it a drink of water from the hose. Make sure it's really got a lot of water, especially for the first couple days, so that its roots don't have to stress too much and they can just focus on growing out. Then after that, you already have your transplant in. Now you just have to care about it from here on out.